we'd like to welcome David Duval into the interview room after a 4-under par 66. David, from what I'm hearing, any score would have been a good score for you today with the way you felt before the round. But a 4-under par 66 is tremendous play. We get some comments.
Yeah, well, based on the score today, I mean, obviously I'm very pleased. I played pretty well. Hit the ball good. I don't think I wouldn't classify as playing great. I managed to turn one very difficult pitch shot I had on the 5th hole. I hold it. If not, it's probably going to be a bogey. And I pitched in on the 7th as well. Not as hard of a shot, but I'd have got that had been right next to the hole. But you know, those little things add up and help. Also hit a lot of quality shots, maintained control of the golf ball, and just did the little things you need to do. That's all. As far as the other stuff, it's fair to say that as of 11:30, half hour before I was supposed to tee off, I was contemplating even if I should go play more. You know, because more's been so bad for this week, and it was hurting again. Surprisingly, thankfully, maybe all the medicine I got is starting to kick in. The shot that I got, and it just, if anything, got better as the day wore on. Still not like, still doesn't feel wonderful. Go to the trailer now and get ice down and get some of that electric stem, just get some blood flow in there. But I'm hoping tomorrow I feel mostly fine. So it's day to day. I'm just glad I chose to tee off today because I'm seriously considering not.
All right, great. We'll open it up to questions. Bill?
What was the cause of the injury and how long has it bothered you?
I really don't know what happened. It's a muscle issue. It's not a tendon. It's not tendonized, anything like that. I saw the guys in the trailer here. They did a lot of things, checking it out, all the little tests. I went and saw an orthopedic surgeon that was referenced. My coach just lives here. He got to an ER doctor friend of his, and he was willing to see me. He said if I'm going to be able to help him, I have to see him tonight now. You know, I could speculate as to there was no thing like I did that made me feel it and have problems. I started hitting golf balls when I got down here on Tuesday, and basically couldn't move my arm after about 20 or 30 balls. I went and had it worked on, and it helped. Then I tried to play a few holes, played about 6 holes, started getting bad. And I went in that night, you know, that's when I had the injection, and then tried to hit. My plan was to play 9 holes yesterday down the street from here and hit a few balls. I got through about 20 golf balls and couldn't move my arm again. So I came over here and did the same thing, got some more work done on it, and this morning I hit about 20 or maybe 20 balls. Didn't feel so good, so I went in the trailer, got some more work done on it. I'm tickled pink it feels as good as it does right now, because it was not good, and you know, I'm not getting to play a whole lot right now, and it would have been a hard thing to swallow, not being able to even tee off.
Jason?
David, is this a classic case of beware of the injured golfer? Were you kind of more worried about the elbow out there and golf almost became easier?
I was not at all worried about my elbow. My thoughts were hoping it would get better as the round went on. I thought one of the things that went through my head was the fact that, you know, I'd hit a golf shot, say I'm teeing off on the 10th, I teed off on the 10th, I'm going to hit a tee shot. But I'm not going to hit another shot for 3 or 4 minutes. So that might even be better than the repetitive, you know, slamming the ground one every 15 or 20 seconds on the driving range. And maybe that was the case, I don't know. As far as being aware of the injured, maybe the sick, I've heard the sick, I don't know about the injured. You know, it's hard to describe how bad. I feel like I have a fairly high threshold for tolerance of pain, you know. But yesterday when we got done hitting a few balls, my oldest boy was caddying for me. He had to drive. I was like, I can't drive the car. I can't use my right arm. And so he had to drive us back, and you know, it's just I'm lucky to have had it feel better as the day went on. Like I said, not 100% by any stretch, but 1,000% better than it was.
You mentioned it started on Tuesday. Was there any indication before then that there was a problem?
Not really. You know, you know, last week I was working around the house, working in the yard, doing some stuff, and maybe that's what kind of blew it up. I don't know, but it didn't surface till I got down here and started slamming the middle stick in the ground. You know, and so, like I said, there wasn't a very precise thing that I did to injure it. It's just one of those things. And you know, done a lot this week to try to be able to tee off. Like I said, I played a couple weeks in New Orleans. A couple weeks ago, I played I think 5 or 6 weeks before that. Not getting to play a whole lot, and so I left no stone unturned trying to make sure I could tee off today. And it worked out today, and like I say, I hope I feel fine tomorrow.
Okay, Robin.
David, talk about what this tournament still means to players to be able to play in it and what it stands for.
Well, it's a special place, you know. A special event when you have Mr. Nelson's name on it. You know, there's always, you know, I think all the players always got a big kick out of it when you tee off at Augusta on the first tee, and he'd be sitting there and he'd say hello. He knew everybody's name, and he'd be like, sure hoping and planning on seeing you in Dallas, you know, to come. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm going to be there, you know, and you know, I didn't know him particularly great, but he was nothing but kind to me. Probably one of the greatest Champions games I've ever seen, and I'm glad that people still come and support the event.
Okay, Mike.
Given the injury, are you more surprised that you were able to play, or that you were able to shoot 66? I mean, it's one thing to play, but another thing to obviously.
Honestly, with how I feel about my game and how I feel like I'm playing and swinging the golf club and hitting the golf ball, I'm more surprised I got to play. Like I said, I'm not making it up. I went over and talked to Lee and said, I got to try to play. I'm not sure. I know you're in the boat and trying to get in, and I don't know if he did, but I said I have to tee off. I think I can finish. I think I'll be okay. And I was surprised. I'm very surprised I got, especially after it kind of blew up again yesterday after the injection. But they say I've been told it's 24 to 48 hours for it to start to kick in, and you know, I got it. I don't know what time it is, about 4:30 maybe. I got it, you know, 40 hours ago, 39 hours ago, and starting to feel better. So
Just take a couple more. Bill.
You had a T25 in New Orleans. Do you feel like your game is coming into shape?
yes, I do, very much so. The difficulty I face is the lack of consistency in getting to play. The next, I have tomorrow's round of golf in front of me. After that, the next golf tournament I know of is Memphis. So it's a little harder that way. You can play and practice all you want at home. However, there's a thing to competition, and you know, putting a peg on the ground and putting a pencil to it and playing with the big boys, you know, and so there's a little disadvantage when you don't get to play consistently. It makes it a little more difficult. But I have the utmost confidence in what I'm trying to do right now, and I feel like I can still succeed even with that kind of sporadic schedule.
David, does it bother you or annoy you that when you play well, we're still asking questions about what shape is your game in,
right,
and can you get back to where you were?
No, it doesn't. I said something to the effect of a few weeks ago, I think, when I talked about it, because I started out well the first day and played played well last week, a couple weeks ago. First of all, it's your job. Secondly, it's a legitimate question because it's not like I've played great golf for a while. And thirdly, I can sit here and tell you, yeah, there's a difference, though. The glimmers of great play I've shown over the course of a few years were simply that, glimmers. And as I started working on my game with Chris here in Dallas, and he helped me start to swing the golf club like I used to, I looked back at it and realized that, you know, for lack of a better word, I was delusional about how I was playing. I wasn't swinging well. I wasn't close to playing well. Now I'm not. Now I'm swinging well, and I'm hitting good quality golf shots, and I'm doing good things. And so, you know, I'm hoping that through more rounds of golf and more starts that we'll become reacquainted again.
Time for one more. We can get Robin.
David, what's your impression of how the game is growing and the young talent emerging?
Wow. I can't address how the game is growing. I don't know. I don't look at numbers, things like that. If you're talking about recreational play, which I assume you are, the thing that's different, I think now than even opposed to, you know, close to 20 years ago. Well, I turned pro over 20 years ago. Is that it just seems like there's a lot more really good golfers. I feel like the depth has increased that much more in the past 10 or 15 years. There's, you know, you tee off a lot of weeks in the mid-90s, and you can probably pick out, you know, 50 or 60 guys you might expect to win. Now you can get to 100 pretty easy, and that's the big difference. I think that's why you're not seeing a lot of people have, you know, 4, 5, 6 win seasons any longer. It's just very hard to win out here now, and I think that's why you're not seeing somebody bust out all the time and do that.
All right, good stuff, David. Keep it going this week.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Peter Hansen coming in. Thanks, David. Okay.